Hey guys, this is the fifth game of the Group 2, Group A Round 2 Gems of Fortune Grand Prix. I'm playing Sword. I've been doing pretty well so far, but I lost my first round. So I have to win this in order to make it into the final group, in order to get qualified. So I'm not going to spoil who wins this or not. Um, if I lose this one, I will go ahead and put it up. This is, of course, a replay, so I already know what happens. But I'm going to go ahead and put this one up there for posterity's sake, regardless. So no spoilers here. We'll see how this goes. I get a pretty good start. As you see in my hand, it's an agile twin blader, which is a great finisher, and she only costs 4, so she combines with a bunch of stuff. The rally count thing can be a little hard to hit, but you don't necessarily need that. It can still hit for 4. But Garvin is really strong on 8. I didn't think he was going to be really good against Haven though, because they can heal a lot, and they can usually clear around the mid game. So I also banished stuff, so I wasn't too sure about him. But I had a 3, so on turn 2 I just played a Gleaming Gem. My 3, I had a bunch of good stuff in my hand. I just went ahead and drew cards. I actually wanted more stuff to throw away, and I just throw this down. Like, it replaces itself. It's a great one to keep and your starter. Just throw it out there. It replaces itself. I could have played these two instead, the removal and this, but I decided I would do that next turn, and then I could maybe hit a 2-drop. So I go ahead and remove this now after taking 2. I didn't mind too much. Play the Axe Pirate, getting my rally count up. 1-2 might matter. Just being kind of aggressive here, just flooding the board and getting rally up for later. Because there's so many cards that have rally payoffs, including Gwaine. But he's just great to throw out there. They didn't have anything to rush into, but I just throw him out there. Like, why not? You know, GMO wasn't a great pull on this, but I've still got good stuff sitting in the back wing. So next turn I could play GMO and play a coin. So yeah, I'm looking at this stuff and it's not great. And then they're playing Haven, and they get Baleferon. They always seem to get that against me. It doesn't mean I lose though. We'll see where this goes. But yeah, Baleferon by themselves is already able to clear me because they do 2. No, they do 1. Sorry. So I am struggling to come up with a way to clear this and keep my momentum going. The Sharp Strategist looks like a good 6, but maybe not against Baleferon. I think they're 2-3s. But I just don't have anything right now. Jamon evolved. She's a 6-4 right now, so it's not looking great. So I just run out of time. I can't come up with the best play, and what I end up doing is I just want to get my rally count up. I want to throw a bunch of guys out there, even if they die to the effect here. Every time they heal, they'll... also, they restore 2, but that's still only 1 damage. So I'm thinking they're probably going to wipe all this. I really couldn't come up with anything, though. Jamon... The problem with Jamon is that he would just trade. So I was thinking I would make a knight here. I paused because this was a little complex. I was going to make a knight here, evolve, and run this into this. But I was so low on time, I didn't even have time to attack. So I even missed these attacks here. It happens. I don't know the cards very well. I was trying to come up with something fancy with this henchman, maybe. I was just overthinking it. I should have just played these out. I was also thinking about doing the commander effect here, but this is honestly really bad here because they immediately remove this with this effect they have for the rest of the game. So that was not really very good. So I screw up royally here. My opponent's still at 19. I'm passing to them. Garvin's looking a lot worse. And it's their turn after I evolve. I managed to click evolve at the last second. I don't have any time to attack with anything. I just want to get this evolved so it won't die immediately to, like, double heal. And it will also trade with the Baleferon. So at least it'll get that off the field. They play a couple amulets that don't really do much. And then they play this thing. And they did this, like, they snapped this out. They just threw it out there really fast. And they got rid of my guy, and then just hit me for 6. And they didn't even clear all my stuff. I may have played... They did not run out of time like I did. I probably should have tossed back... I probably should have played the Sharp Strategist here, to be honest. But then I got Not, who was actually insane here. Because they don't even get one of the 3/3s. I don't have to worry about killing it. I just let them keep their amulets, and this one random 2/2 that's going to die at end of turn. So... yeah, because they let me keep 3 damage, I just easily remove their little shield they put on and hit them for 2. So they got Baleferon, but they're not doing any healing. They just throw out some wards. I think my opponent was just did not have a very good hand. They did that before, like they were playing really oddly. I think they made a lot of mistakes here, honestly, because they didn't do their Gleaming Gems before they played their stuff. They just threw it out there, and they're just clearing a 2-2. Okay, this is round two, and like I don't want to disparage my opponent too much, but they're making some really questionable plays here. Even though I made a really bad turn by not doing anything, but now like I'm just kind of all over them. Like they're not clearing my stuff. They're playing out random amulets that are probably not even going to get a chance to go off. They don't know about this, but there's a lot of scary stuff on turns 8 and 9. I just get an evolution point back for free. I've just got stuff. Also, he's festive. Um, I've got an Hero of the Hunt waiting in my hand for removal. It's got Rally. That's actually really good, by the way, here because of the Blepharon. So they start digging before they play something this time. Hit Joan, which actually clears me. Finally, they get a real clear. But I believe they take damage from that. And so I just killed him with Garvin. Yeah, they're dead. They didn't even get to do these amulets. So that, even though I screwed up really bad, I just nuked him. So I'll show my record here and show that yes, indeed, I did qualify. I lost right at the beginning to Bloodcrat of all things, and I had a real gauntlet here of different things. Really interesting opponent, and really interesting games, and yeah, my loss in the start of this run. Anyway, this was to Blood of all things, and they had a really and then these other ones were the Dragoncraft player also had a really good game. But yeah, you can do it with Sword, guys. We'll see how it goes in the final round. But I did qualify for that with Sword, pretty much all the way through. I played a little bit of Portal. It was fine, but I realized I preferred Sword, and here we are. We're going to be in the final round, and I'll make videos for that too. Thank you for watching.